So what's going on, guys? It's about 12 o'clock here, and I decided I'd do a little bit of nighttime fishing since I had a little bit of extra time on my hands, don't have to work tomorrow. Um, this could be one of those times where you just cast to sit out here and enjoy a drink, or it could be one of those times where I end up hooking into something fun. So, um, yeah, let's do it. So, I've got some fingerlink mullets right here, but I've also got a full greenling. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this bad boy up, set him up on what I like to call a dummy rig. I actually have it already set up. I call it a dummy rig because you can't hardly, if a fish bites it, there's no way it's getting off. And then I think I'm going to set another rod up for some jigging. So yeah, let's see what we can do. So the way that I like to cut up these greenlings is I like to almost backwards fillet them and just kind of put these little straps out, cut them into these little straps. All right, now that we got that out there, I'm gonna go ahead and set up a jig rod. So I've been out here for probably about 3 hours. I had sat, and within the first 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I was starting to get bites on that greenling. And, I've chopped it up to, there's probably some crabs out there chewing on it, and that's what those bites were. And I'm sure I got caught up in some rocks and just broke it off on that. I've noticed that it's kind of too rocky of an area to be jigging. Not that jigs are necessarily even the best thing for nighttime. I was hoping that maybe there'd be something kind of hanging out on the bottom. I just run it across the top of them. It would react, grab it, but it's a little bit rocky of an area for that. And I've sat with this fingerlink out a couple of times. I've gotten some what I thought were bites on it, what could have been bites on it, but every time I pulled it in, it just looks like crabs are biting it up. So I think I'm gonna call it a night, and yeah, I think in the morning I'm going to fix the chain on my Ridstar Q20, and I'll bring you along for that. In the meantime, I'm kind of just waiting for it to be time to go snagging. I should be doing a little bit some of that this upcoming week, so I might throw that in this video too. See y'all then. Good morning, guys. Okay, so it's the next day. I'm up, and I'm gonna go get dressed and then we'll get at it. So that took no time at all. It was actually a smaller, it was a smaller process than I expected entirely. So I guess that's it until I decide to go snag some salmon. But yeah, if I do anything else in the meantime, I'll pick the camera up, and I guess I'll see you guys then. So I just found out I had some things coming in for the van. So I remembered I needed to pick a couple things up from the hardware store before I was able to put those things up. So what I am doing right now is I am actually leaving the hardware and tackle store. I ended up getting some snagging hooks for today, and now I am headed to the post office to pick those couple of things up. We're gonna see if we can't get these few little small projects done real quick and then get out there on the water.